Hello parents, I'm creating this video to guide you through what your child's day-to-day online learning is going to be like. During this video you're going to learn how to log on to Launchpad, how to go on to Canvas, how to access your course, how to go on to assignments, how to join conferences. So I would like to just draw your attention to the PowerPoint that you will have accessible to you. There are two ways to access Launchpad, which is where the starting point for everything virtual. If you don't have a school device, you would Google OCPS Launchpad and you would click on Launchpad, and that's when you would access your apps. If you have a school device, it's easier. You could just click on the Launchpad icon at the desktop and it'll take you right to your Launchpad. So in this case, I've already brought up the Launchpad on my Google Chrome, so I'm going to click on that, and this is the login page for Launchpad. Your child is going to use their username, which is their student number, and then they're going to type in their password, which is their birthday, and then they can click sign in. If you're on a school device, you can hit auto login, which is the orange button, because you've already logged in with these credentials into the computer. If you're on a home device, you must click the blue button. You can also save the credentials once it prompts you, so that you don't have to keep putting them over and over again. Now that you're on your Launchpad or your dashboard, this is what it looks like. You're on your dashboard. It's really neat. Students can, I think, edit stuff over on this side. They can change the color, the background, the theme. It's actually pretty cool. Here we go. You can edit the mode and they can change the theme of their Launchpad dashboard. They can make it large. They can make it small. They could also change colors, if I'm not mistaken, the palettes. So, if they're more into different colors, they might be able to play there. So your child is free to kind of customize this to their liking because it is their learning space. I'm going to put this right back to how it was. So once your child is on their dashboard for Launchpad, they have access to all of these learning applications. We use a few more than others, but I'm going to quickly go through what they have access to. The main one is Canvas, which is pretty much our learning platform. There's iReady, which is used a lot. There's Microsoft Teams, which students do have access to, but I don't have a team for the kids, but parents could use that if needed. They also have Skyward Productions, which is what you could use as a parent for checking grades. There's Reflex Math, which is a math fluency application, and you can click into these folders and there are even more applications, information, things like the code of conduct and things like that. You're more than welcome to just, click around. But we're going to go ahead and go into Canvas. So I'm going to click that red button and it's going to take me onto the kids' dashboard. So you go from your Launchpad dashboard to your Canvas dashboard, and this is what it looks like. This is how I've set up the class for the students. They have their courses right here. Your child is going to end up having 3 more courses because the music teacher, art teacher, and PE teacher have to upload their courses and publish them for the students to see. So let's go ahead and say that it's 8:15 and your child needs to be starting the reading block. They would come onto their Canvas and they would click reading. The next thing that they would do is they would have to log in to stream live with me. So they would go into their conferences and you'll notice that there's a meeting for the first day of school. and it's in progress because I went ahead and started it for the sake of showing you. And the kid would just press join, and they would join in on the conference. Once the conference is over, I will end the conference, and it's going to come right down here to concluded conferences. And if it's a recorded conference, you would be able to have all of the recorded conferences accumulated right here. And since we are inside the reading course, all of these conferences are going to be reading lessons. Center time is also going to be here as well, since students will be during inside the reading course for centers. If they ever have to go back home to their reading homepage, this is what they would do. The next thing I want to show you is once I send students to an assignment. So let's say that we've been conferencing for 20 minutes, and now I say, okay, it's center time. Some of you will work on your iReady, some of you will work on your independent work. Children would come onto their home for the reading course, and they can click assignments right here with a little earth. This is what an assignment looks like. Really, this is what a Canvas calls a module. So you'll also see that we're inside the modules tab. This is supposed to be it's almost like a checklist kind of thing that they have to go down towards. So I set this up for this weekend. If you would like to practice doing a module or an assignment with your child, this is available for you. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like. You would start at the very first assignment, and I try to set it up as clear and as easy as possible. So I titled it My Favorite Book. Children will read about my favorite book, and once they're done reading, they can go ahead and click next to the next page, like if this was a notebook or a journal. Then they're going to share their thoughts. This is something where they're going to have to read the instructions, watch a video, and then they're going to have to submit an assignment. And you can submit the assignment by typing or using media recording or uploading a file. And this is where I'm going to give parents the opportunity to really experiment with the functions of Canvas. So the assignment for here is watching the read aloud for the book, and then really just giving me the feedback. Did you enjoy the book? What part did you like best? What part did you like least? And they can do this in a few ways. They can write it on a piece of paper at home with a pencil, and you can take a picture of that, scan it, or email the picture to your email, and then you can upload a picture of your child's handwritten work and submit the assignment that way. Or you can press text entry, and your child can type their answers here. They could also do media, which is really neat, and your child can record themselves answering the question and submit the assignment that way. You do have all of these options here, but I would suggest not using them because they require external tools. So for this assignment, you can upload a picture of the assignment, you can type in your answer, or upload a video of yourself. And once you're done, you hit submit assignment and you move on to, you move on to the next part of this module, which is the child is done. I will make sure that there's always a page that says done so that the child knows that they have completed their reading work for the day. At this point, they would be done with their reading and they can go back to their dashboard to see their courses again. Okay, let's pretend that now it's time for math, and they've already come back from their special areas and their lunch. It's time for math. They're going to click into their math course. It's the exact same setup. They're going to go onto their conferences because they need to go into class with me, and they're going to click join. They're going to be in class with me. They're going to do centers. When it's time for them to do their independent work or their group work for their centers, they're going to go into their modules, or so if you go into modules, you will get the assignment. Or children can go home, and click assignments, which is the earth, and end up at the same spot, whichever one is easiest. And here we have the same setup. We have from the beginning to the end, you can go ahead and click, and like I said, I try to make it very simple for the students. They can go ahead and read and hit next. And this is a discussion board where students are going to answer these questions, so they would hit reply and type. What's neat about this is that it creates a thread and students can read each other's responses. Once they're done, they would hit next. And this is what a little quiz would look like. And in this case, they would just take the survey because we're not grading anything. And I survey them to see how they're feeling about math. And then they would submit the quiz. I know I did not take the quiz. So I have all of these unanswered. And they would hit next. And they're all done with math. So they can go back home, they can go onto their dashboard. And in the case that they're completely finished with their work and it's still center time or there's still some time left over, your child should go right back to their Launchpad and should go right back into iReady. Now iReady might not be set up quite yet, but it should be looking like this. So I'm going to show you that one more time. If they are on their, they finish their assignments here and there's still extra time, your child should never come up to you and say, I'm done, there's nothing for me to do. Automatically, they should go to their dashboard, onto their iReady app, and then they should choose reading or math and work on their assignments. So my challenge to you this weekend is to go into reading, to go into math, and to finish those assignments that I have set up for the students with them so that you can learn with them and the child can learn with you. There is nothing in science or social studies yet, but it'll be the same setup. Okay? If you have any questions, please reach out. I hope this video helps a little bit.